Once you have your documents open, you will be able to, oh my gosh, this is so weird. You'll be able to see the directions at the top, and I kind of just broke it down because sometimes all of that information there is a little overwhelming, okay? So your task right here, all you need to be focusing on is using the links in the document to identify those causes of colony collapse disorder. Oh my gosh, so many C words. Causes of colony collapse disorder. So what you need to do is answer the questions with each link or evidence from each link, whether it does or does not contribute to CCD. So notice if it does, that's where you're going to put your information is under the yes section of each topic, and if it does not, you put it under the no section. So we highlighted it green and red for your, to make it a little easier on you, okay? And then you must find at least one topic with research that you will use for your assignment. What this means, and I'm going to type it right here, what this means is that you have to have evidence that goes under yes for at least one topic. I'm telling you right now, every single topic that we gave you has some evidence that will support for colony collapse disorder. So make sure that you keep that as a priority. This is important. So I wrote it on the board.
Also, while you guys are on this right there, this is super important because the last question on this document, which I keep getting emails and messages about, the last question in this document says, which of these causes will you, I'm pretending like I'm reading it, but it's not actually here on the board. I'm pretending, or it says, now I'm getting distracted. You're drawing and it distracted me. You must find at least one topic because the last question is asking you, which of these are you going to potentially design a solution for? So now that you understand the causes or potential causes of it, and you can see where they might be causing this colony collapse disorder, you're going to design a solution. That's what we're doing all of next week. So that one solution, or sorry, that one topic is what you're going to be designing a solution on. Okay? Does that make sense? Do you guys understand that part? Excellent! Perfecto! Yes, yes, yes! I love whenever people talk to me in the chat and I'm not just talking to myself.
All right, you guys, do you have any questions so far for the directions? Like, does this seem clear? Do you have any, okay, let's just say, do you have any questions? Yes or no?
Green check or red X? We gotta be able to get a feel for this, you guys. Green check. You're good. Red X, you have a question. Green check, you're good. Red X, you have a question.
Okay, and if you do have a question, private message me or Ms. Forsyth so we can answer the question and move forward.
All right, maybe we should try one together. What do you think? Oh my gosh, it's like you were reading my mind.
I know, right? I was so prepared for this.
Okay, so we're going to do this first one together. So we're going to give you guys time right now. Everyone, you're going to click on this link. For a friendly reminder, if you are using Microsoft Word, hover over the link, press the control button on your keyboard, and click Alt. Or Rebecca also put it in the chat, so you can just click it very easily. How nice of you, Rebecca. You're the bomb.com. All right. Get that link. We're going to give you a couple minutes to read it. Oh, are you going to pull it up for us, Ms. Connell? Oh, snap. She's going to pull it up for us. Look at this.
I'm going to read in the most animated voice that I have. So if you are like, I don't feel like reading right now, I'm going to do you a solid and help you with this first one. So you got to listen up and pay attention. Okay, so this is our link under pathogens. And so the title of the article is Pathogen Loads Higher in Bee Colonies That Are Suffering from Colony Collapse Disorder. So lots of pathogens. Okay, are you guys ready? Oh my gosh, I feel like an elementary school teacher. A higher total load of pathogens, which are viruses, bacteria, and fungi, appears to have the strongest link with colony collapse disorder found so far, according to a new study published by Agricultural Research Service and university scientists. The study was headed by Pennsylvania State University entomologist Dennis Van Engelsdorp and entomologist Jeff Pettis, geneticist Jay Evans, and virologist Yang Pen Chen with the IRSB Research Laboratory in Beltsville, Maryland. They looked at more than 200 individual variables in 91 colonies from 13 apiaries in Florida and California, where many beekeepers overwintered their honeybees. Among the factors for which the researchers screened were bacteria, mites, nosema, which are protozoan parasites, numerous viruses, nutrition status, and 171 pesticides. Adult bees, wax comb, bee bread, which is stored and processed pollen, and brood were all samples. No single variable was found consistently in only those honeybee colonies that had colony collapse disorder, which is a syndrome characterized by the sudden disappearance of adult honeybees in a colony that has been devastating some beekeepers in the United States and other countries. Among the colonies that had CCD, no single pathogen among those screened had a higher prevalence, nor was there a higher or lower prevalence of veromites, tracheal mites, or spores from Nosema species, nor a higher total load of these parasites and pathogens. Nosema has been implicated in colony die-offs in Spain, but it has not been closely associated with CCD in the United States. But overall, CCD colonies were co-infected with a greater number of pathogens, again, which are bacteria, microparasites like Nosema, and viruses. Overall, 55% of CCD colonies were infected with 3 or more viruses, compared to 28% of non-CCD colonies. The researchers also found detectable levels of residues from 50 different pesticides in all of the sampled colonies. There was no association between increased pesticide levels and CCD. In fact, the pyrethroid insecticide, esfenvalerate, used for a wide variety of pests such as moths, flies, beetles, and other insects on vegetables, fruit, and nut crops, was more prevalent in the wax in non-CCD colonies. This insecticide was found in 32% of non-CCD colonies compared with 5% of the CCD colonies. Oh my gosh. Cumophos, which is used to treat veromites in honeybees, was also found in higher levels in non-CCD colonies. As for pathogen levels, what the study cannot show is whether the higher pathogen load was involved in the cause of CCD or was a result of CCD, according to Van Ingelsdorp. Higher pathogen loads are likely to have caused CCD symptoms, but what causes the bees to become infected with so many pathogens is still not known, he added. While the study's results don't indicate a specific cause of CCD, the results do help scientists narrow the direction of the future CCD research by showing that some possible causes are less likely. Boom, roasted.
Wow, round of applause. There were some tough words in there, and I'm very impressed at your ability to pronounce them. Great job, Ms. Connell, and hopefully you guys are following along. A lot of that information is kind of superfluous, like you don't need it. Oh, did you hear that big vocabulary term I just used? Okay, so you probably don't, it's probably over your head at this point, but what you do need to focus in on is the evidence that they're giving you. So from the reading, is there anything in there that says that pathogens cause colony collapse disorder? Is there evidence that says yes? Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, throw it in the chat. Do you think pathogens, based on the reading, causes colony collapse disorder? Yes or no? And there is no one right answer, because I actually could see pulling evidence from both in this article, but I do lean more one way. Okay, no, no, not really, yes, no, no. And then the rest of everybody here is silent. Ooh, good, Elizabeth. Good notation there. All right, I'm going to go along with that. So if you choose yes, that is totally fine. You just need to find where in the article you think that it says yes, which I think was more up here, total at the top. And I think it's right here where it says a higher total load of pathogens, viruses, bacteria, and fungi appears to have the strongest link with. I can get that. But the problem is down here, like Elizabeth said, they're not sure whether the pathogens are causing CCD or a result of CCD. So what are you going to do after you have read your articles?
Okay, so let's give a green check when you have pathogens completed on your student document. I would say, good question, Rebecca, how much did you copy? I would say no more than 3 sentences. We don't want like paragraphs and paragraphs, okay? All right, so again, green check when you have pathogens completed on your paper. You've got your yes or no, and you've got your information copied and pasted under it. Or you can write out a sentence if you want to also, if you'd rather do that than copy and paste. It's up to you. Awesome. I bet you're following along with us. Yes. Okay, so you're going to do the same process with every article. You just pick one, Diana. So whatever one you feel like is more strongly, what's the word I'm looking for? Projected on you?
Oh, I was going to say the one that's supported the most by evidence in your opinion.
There you go.
So like for the pathogens one, like I explained, I could see the argument for yes, but it doesn't have the best evidence compared to some of the other topics.
Man, I actually feel like that one told you that pesticides probably had something to do with it, or didn't have something to do with it either. So that was interesting. Because pesticides is going to be one that you have to research later on. You guys should see an overlap in these topics too when you guys are looking at them.
Okay, so just to show you guys, for me personally as a student, I read the pathogens article to you guys. I think no. I copy pasted my quote here, and I don't have to put anything under the yes because obviously I don't think it does. I'm going to move on to the lack of genetic diversity link and start on that next one. Do you guys have any questions for what we expect of you? Okay, I just have a couple FAQs I want to go over, and then I'll leave you alone so that you can research for the rest of class. Do I leave it blank if it does not contribute to CCD? I kind of just explained this. No, you have to have evidence for each topic, either under yes or no. Like I just showed you, I put my quote that explains why pathogens do not contribute to CCD in my opinion. Do you have to restate the article? No, you do not have to put the article evidence in your own words. I copied and pasted. Please don't tell anybody. We're not using this research for our design solution. We're just using it, we're using it for our solution. This isn't our solution, so we're technically not plagiarizing. What exactly am I copying and pasting? This is a big one, you guys. Evidence that supports the idea, whether the topic causes colony collapse disorder or does not. I feel like a lot of students struggle with what should I copy and paste. You need to ask that question to yourself. Does the topic cause colony collapse disorder? And then find a quote that directly correlates to that question. Is that it? Is that it, Ms. Forsyth?
Yeah, and then again, when you guys answer that last question on your sheet, can you share again, or you've already closed it out? So that last question at the bottom of your sheet is asking you, which solution, which of the causes of slide on this? Oh, you do?
Yeah, click forward a couple.
Never mind. Okay. Right here? Oh, yeah, here it is. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so this is what we get a lot of questions about, and I'm already shielding some that are coming in the private chats too. So once you've gotten down to the bottom, you've done all the research sections, you guys, then you're going to answer this one with whatever topics you had evidence under the yes section. Those are topics that have supporting evidence. You just need to choose one, and that's the one that you probably would feel most strongly about, I would suggest. That would be the one with the best evidence or the article quotes that you found and you thought was most strongly suited for your choice. Because then we're going to use that choice next week to design a solution.
All right, so what I'm going to do is